think we're live. Yeah? Yeah, looks like we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of CryptoCoffee with Krafter. Name is debatable. We'll see if we stick with that, if we come up with something better. Um, this is going to be a show that I'm going to find my lane eventually, but for right now, I'm just going to kind of bounce around. I'm super new to the crypto space, super new to NFTs, really loving the NFT world right now. So this is just gonna kind of be me documenting my journey. Like I said, I really like the NFT and just crypto in general right now, everything that's going on. It's like the Wild West, so it's kind of exciting just to be kind of experiencing it, and I want to experience it with all of you. So I'm gonna document what I'm doing, and a lot of it is just gonna be me talking about what I'm doing, what I'm learning, what I'm figuring out, what I'm trying to figure out, just kind of finding my way. And hopefully that'll help some of you that are new to it too. So yeah, I have something in my throat. Sorry about that. Right now I have my mic sitting on right here, sitting on my desk, and was supposed to get a boom arm delivered today. It even said it was delivered. So I don't know where it is, but hopefully tomorrow when I do the next episode, I'm planning on doing it every day of the week, Monday through Friday. So hopefully the boom arm's here, so you don't have to hear me like tapping around and shit. I mean, maybe you still will be able to hear it. We'll see. Like I said, it's all going to be a work in progress. So yeah, anyways, that's a really long-winded and we'll hopefully polish that guy up intro to the podcast. But yeah, today on episode 1, I thought it would be cool to do one of the things that I do plan on doing a lot of, which is diving into different projects that I'm looking at in the NFT space most likely, but I'm sure there's going to be other projects that pop up that I'm looking at too. But today is definitely an NFT space one. It is going to be Bulls on the Block. And Bulls on the Block really caught my attention. Like I said, I'm new, so I've been lurking on a bunch of Discords, interacting whenever I see fit, but just kind of checking out the different communities and getting a feel for just what everything's like out there. I mean, like I said, it's a new space, so just kind of getting a feel, get my toes wet before I invest too much money into things. But I've been paying attention. I was a little late to the show. I think whenever I started really looking into NFTs, Bored Apes had already dropped, but I wasn't that far behind it. I think I could have scooped up one at like, I don't know, I think it was like 0.3 whenever the first time I was like thinking about buying one. But at that time I hadn't invested in anything in the crypto space. I had a little bit of ETH in my wallet, but I didn't even know like how to make a transaction work or anything like that. So I didn't, and I regret that. Same thing kind of goes with the first NFT that I really wanted to invest in, and I just couldn't muster up the courage, was Gary V's VFriends. So that one has also skyrocketed. So I think I've been starting to get a pretty good feel of, and that can come back and bite me in the butt, but pretty good feel of like some of the really strong communities and what kind of features and things, utilities is what I've been calling them. I don't know if that's what it is called on the streets, but that's what I'm going to call it. Utilities that come along with the NFTs. Yeah, that is what I've really been picking up on, is just like those two things, community and utilities, are really big for the NFTs that I see really like pop up there. Obviously, there's going to be exceptions to the rules that I'm making up as I go. And I should just state this right now. This is all just going to be for entertainment for you guys. Obviously, I want you to do your own research, but this is just going to be me kind of showing you how I'm doing my research and my thought process and everything. I am 100% not a financial advisor. So if you're taking my advice, and not doing any of your own research, that's dumb, because I have barely dipped my toes into the water. The only NFT that I have purchased, which I'm fucking excited about, is Punk's Comics. I bought one pre 5,000, so I'm gonna get that free number 2, which is gonna have Bored Apes in it, so that's gonna be dope to get that one for free. And then I ended up buying one more because for those of you that aren't familiar, I'll probably do another podcast on that, but there's 2 options you can do with the comic once you buy the first edition, first issue, is you can either stake or burn it, and then there's features that come along with either of those. So I talked myself into getting a second one, probably a month after I bought the first one. I don't know, maybe just a couple weeks. I can't really remember. But yeah, so then I ended up having 2, and then yesterday was super exciting. They sold out, and I had been away from the computer all day, and all of a sudden I checked Discord before I was getting ready to wrap up my day and get ready to wind down for bed, which was a bad decision and one that I keep on making every day. And usually causes me to stay up way later than I plan on. But I did that last night, and I'm glad I did, because I saw things were popping off in that Discord and people were buying comics left and right. I think whenever the day before, maybe it was at like 2,000, maybe even 3,000 left. And then whenever I checked it last night, it was at like 500, and everyone was just saying like how it was going to sell out here really soon, and people were really excited, and you could tell that the FOMO was kicking in, and people were jumping on the bandwagon. So I ended up dropping some more ETH into my wallet and getting one more. So now I get to decide what I'm going to do with that third one, if I'm going to stake it or burn it or flip it. If things get really crazy and the price jumps up a lot, I might, but probably not, because there's a lot of really cool stuff that's going to be going on with that, and I think holding on to that is going to be much more lucrative in the long run. So yeah, anyways, let's talk about bulls on the block, because that's what you're probably here for, not to listen to me jibber jabber about all the random stuff that I've been looking at and investing in. So, or maybe you are. We'll figure that out. Leave comments. Let me know what you want to hear about. But yeah, let's just dive into bulls on the block, because that was my plan to talk about today, and that's what we're gonna do. So without further ado, let's fucking do it. So I'm also using OBS, which is kind of cool. Cool little application. It's free, so I mean, if you're interested in running a podcast and you see what I'm doing, feel free to steal my ideas. But yeah, OBS is cool. It lets you, I can't see what you guys can see. I hope you guys can see everything and hear everything fine. And if you can't, I'll just reshoot it. Yeah, so it looks like you guys can see my screen share now. So this is going to be Bulls on the Block's homepage. I'm going to take a sip of my matcha, because I know it's not crypto with matcha, but it's a little late in the day for coffee, so. Yeah, that's good stuff. So yeah, this is Bulls on the Block. Like I said, let me know in the comments like your preferences on things, if you want me to have windows bigger or whatnot. I'm not really sure what I should do as far as that all goes, or how this is going to look and translate over to YouTube after the fact. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. I don't know why I wouldn't just make the window bigger, but maybe it looks better whenever it's not so big. And I kind of want you to see my cute little background, so yeah. Let's dive in. So this is they have a really nice website. I really like it, and the artist on this project is fucking dope. I didn't know about him until recently. I got turned on to him, and whenever I found out that he was actually gonna like be illustrating the art for this project, I got real excited. So yeah, this is the homepage. I actually just noticed this. If you see the flash of lightning here, there's gonna be a vault boom right there with community written across it, and we'll get into that, but that's a big part of the utility that I'm excited about with this project. So let's just get on in. I'm just dilly-dallying. So let me pull up my notes too, that'll kind of help. First, actually, let's talk about the team, because gotta give props to the team and credit where credit is due before we go too far into this. So let's meet the team. Bobo the dev, Dev Damp, and RRDDRAFT, RRD Raft. I don't know how you say that, but Rui is his name, and I'm probably not even pronouncing that correctly, but he's the artist, and there's two devs, and I believe, if I did my research correctly, all three of these guys met in the Bored Apes Yacht Club. So that's another like huge benefit to a lot of these NFT projects, is that they have this awesome community where you can meet like-minded people and people that have other skills that maybe would amplify your skills and like combine into making really cool projects like this. So yeah, that's what they did, and they're not affiliated with Bored Ape Yacht Club. Obviously, this is their own like side project, but it's cool that they met in a project like that, just on Discord, I would assume. So yeah, other than that, I don't really know too much about these dudes, but they seem like they got their shit together, and they're running a pretty solid Discord right now. So if you are curious, interested, I will drop the links in the description if I can, for getting into the Discord and everything else that I talk about. But yeah, these are the creators, these are the founders, these are the guys. So anyways, the project itself has two key components to it that that are super cool, that I think it's admirable that they are taking this on and really like up in the game as far as like generative trait NFTs go. And the two key things are going to be, one, that they are making the art look a lot cooler, in my opinion, and a lot more appealing to the eye. I really like that they added in this cool little background feature. That's going to be one that'll be randomized. You'll see more examples as I scroll down, but yeah, I mean, so this is what they kind of say on the website, is that they built the bulls on the block around two main beliefs. Traits projects could be aesthetically perfected into better artwork, which is true. I mean, some people really like the pixel art and everything, but I think this is a cool way to approach it too. It's kind of like Bored Apes, but in my opinion, even more appealing to the eye. And then also that the bulls owners should benefit from becoming part of the new community, and I think that is awesome. I think that is what every NFT community should be about, is helping the community benefit. And that's a cool thing about this space, is that it makes it really easy to do that, because I want to say, because of the decentralized nature of the blockchain and everything, it just like allows for a more fluid and I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just like it's a better like vehicle that everyone can get inside of and benefit from, and it's not gonna just all benefit basically the creators, which obviously the creators should get a kickback, and a pretty hefty one in my opinion. But it's cool that there are going to be ways that, and who knows what people will come up with in the future, but ways that joining that community will allow you to benefit from a financial standpoint even, which is super cool. Like there's often, like with projects like this, there's the potential to make back your investment and then some. So that's what I'm pretty excited about, and we'll get into how the utility works around that. But yeah, they're building it on ERC 721, typical like gold standard as far as like Ethereum NFT projects go. It's going to be hosted on IPFS, interplanetary file system. I'll put links in the description, like I said, if you guys are curious about what all that jargon means. I'm still getting familiar with all of it, so I'm not going to explain it on this video, but I do plan on doing more videos like breaking down definitions and things like that too, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, the project is gonna have traits and species, like I think most traits generative projects do, and I believe, let me check my notes here. Yeah, so there's going to be, this is cool. You can kind of see some of the different backgrounds and different traits and species and stuff. Got aliens, like regular cows, robot cows, zombie cows. I'm calling them cows instead of bulls, but I guess they are kind of cows. And what else have we got? Alien, some sort of lava creature, and just regular cows. But anyways, just appreciating the art. There's going to be 5 different species, and each of those species is going to have their own types of eyes and mouth, which I think is cool because obviously each species is gonna like look a little bit different, so it'll be nice to like have eyes and mouth that are like specifically for that species and doesn't look awkward on the other species and things like that. So that's exciting. I don't know a lot about traits generative art stuff, so, and I don't even know if you call it traits generative art, but that's what I'm gonna call it. But the eyes and mouth matching the species is probably a smart move in my opinion. And then there's going to be 9 traits. So the background, the fur, horns, eyes, mouth, glasses, earring, hat, and clothes. So as you can see, like with this image scrolling through, there's showing you some of the options, but there's going to be tons of more, I'm sure. It looks like there's over 200 items to choose from that'll fall into those 9 different categories. So I don't think they revealed it. At least I didn't see them reveal how it's gonna work. If all of them are gonna have all the traits, I'm assuming not, but maybe they will. They hadn't revealed it at the time that I was in the Discord, but they did say that they were working on getting that information out there, and I haven't seen them tweet about it, so I'm assuming they didn't reveal that yet, but they might have revealed it in the Discord and I just missed it, so just stay tuned on that. But it's gonna be cool. And then we got the utility of the NFT, which is gonna be this community wallet feature, and it's super cool. It reminds me a lot of what the punks are doing with the punks comic, and having like a founder's vault, but obviously it's going to be different. It's not quite the same idea, but basically it's going to be filled. Each milestone of the roadmap, which we'll talk about later. So there's going to be ETH in there already. And then they are also going to do secondary sales transactions, which will be on OpenSea. And that'll have a 3% fee attached to it. And 2% of that is going to go into the wallet. And then 1% will go back to the team. So that's kind of cool too. I'm assuming, I guess I assume a lot and I shouldn't, but I think most projects have something written into their contract where secondary sales gives them a little kickback. If they don't, they should, because I mean, you created it, so if people want to buy it, you should get a little bit of money back for it. I don't know if that's like standard or if just some people are doing that, but I mean, why wouldn't you? So yeah, so that's how the wallet's gonna get filled, and like I said, we'll go over the roadmap in a little while, but there's gonna be quite a bit of change in the wallet to begin with, and then it'll just keep getting bigger and bigger as people start flipping, and yeah, because I have a feeling this one's gonna be hot, and the flips are gonna be wild. So the possibilities are really endless as far as the use of the wallet goes. At least that's what they're kind of leading to, and they're saying that all members are going to have one vote, so it doesn't matter how many bulls you buy or own, you'll just have the one vote. So one vote per member. It doesn't matter if you have 500 or one. It's going to be the same weight, which like I mentioned about the punks, that's one big difference about it, is that in the punk comics the vaults will be weighted by how many founders tokens you have, where this one is just going to be one vote for one person, and you can only be one person. Hopefully they figure out a way to monitor that. Those are kind of things that are still being talked about, I think, but it shouldn't be too hard to manage that. And then they're going to allow submissions from the members, obviously, so people will submit ideas for what they think the vault, let's call it wallet, because the vault is another project. The wallet is going to be used towards. So sorry about all the sniffles. I think I got some allergies going on. But sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so people can submit their ideas for what the wallet will be used for, and then the members will vote on it, which is cool. I think that'll be fun. It's going to be an interesting ride for sure, because who knows what the ideas will be, but like they say here, it can be used for literally anything: fun, education, art, crypto, charity, community events, all of the above. I think all of those are great ideas. I'd like to see us, I say us, I haven't bought any yet, but it hasn't dropped, but I would like to see us invest in some art that we can eventually make a profit off of, and do other things with that and grow the wallet. So yeah, I think that would be cool. It'll also be cool to do some community events, and I think charity is a great idea as well, just to give back to some communities. And I'm gonna take a sip. And now let's move on to the roadmap. So this pretty simple roadmap, but pretty effective as well, in my opinion. So at 10% sellout, they're gonna upgrade the Discord to a tier 3 Nitro. I'll put links in the description, like I said, but tier 3 just basically means you get more custom emojis that you can have, and I think it like gives you like better quality on voice or video chats and stuff like that. The emojis are probably the coolest part of that. I don't know. It probably does other things. I'm not big on I like Discord. I just don't know a lot about it, but it seems to work for the communities in the NFT space, at least. And then so at 10% of once they hit 10% sold, that's when they're going to upgrade the Discord. And then whenever they sell 20%, they're going to be airdropping, which is basically like a randomized giveaway. I don't know if airdrop specifically is not a randomized giveaway, but airdrop is a way to send NFTs to people, or a term used for that. And it's going to obviously be randomized, because there's going to be 5 bulls given to the current bull owners. 1, obviously, each person. I don't think they're going to give randomized. That would be crazy random if you got 2. But yeah, so they're going to give out 5 free bulls, so that's cool. And then they're also going to fill the wallet with 5 ETH. And that's the beginning of the wallet. So from there, it can only go up. And as you see, every step going forward is going to add more and more ETH to the wallet. At 40%, they're going to open up the suggestion channel, so you can start pitching ideas for what you think the wallet should be used for. And then eventually, I'm assuming, I guess I don't know, we'll see how they decide. Like maybe we'll do votes on we'll do votes on what we're gonna vote on, and then we'll vote on what we're voting on. I don't know. We'll see what we do. But yeah, so they're gonna open up the suggestion channel, and then they'll add another 5 ETH. So that'll bring us to a total of 10 ETH in the wallet. And then at 60%, Rui, like I said, the artist is gonna design a derivative for five of the current bull owners, which is super cool because I actually have a link, and I'm gonna show you. He has done derivatives for a few different notable NFT projects, one specifically being the Bored Apes. And let's see if we can get this to load. Come on. So here you can get a little feel for some of his art. But yeah, so like this is what like a derivative is. So he takes your avatar or whatever you want to call it and turns it into a cool piece of art. Because they plan on, and the Bored Apes did this as well, where you are going to have IP rights over your specific bulls that you own. So you can do stuff like this, which is cool, without like breaking copyright infringements or anything. And you could even, obviously you could sell this, you could put your bull, in this case, on like, I don't know, a shirt or merchandise of any kind, and sell that. I know like with the Bored Apes, you can't use like their logo, or I don't even know if you can use Bored Ape Yacht Club, but actually I think I did read somewhere where like if you say BAYC and the number is fine, but you can't. I don't think you can use like the actual name, but that doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. So this is just one of his derivatives. I guess I could show you even bigger picture. But yeah, he's a super cool artist. I really love what he does. I really like that. I don't know what that is exactly, but it looks cool. It's like a king ape, kind of. Yeah. So they're gonna. Anyways, we got here because they're going to do a free 5 derivatives for the current owners at 60%. And then they're also going to add another 10 ETH. So that's going to put us at a total of 20 ETH in the wallet. So already there's 20 ETH in there that the community is going to be able to vote on what they do with it. And then move on to 80%. And this is where things get a little unclear for me. It seems like they got a pretty good grasp on how they're going to do it and how it all works. I still haven't dove in too much into liquidity pools and how all that all works. But basically there's a couple different platforms, I guess I'm going to call them, that you can actually turn your NFTs into tokens, and it provides a liquidity pool of some sort. That's about all I'm going to go into on this podcast, but I will link. There are some. I was reading there. I found a couple good write-ups from Bored Apes people, actually, that the Bored Apes are doing this with. Basically, they're doing it with their floor apes, so or any common ape that you aren't worried about. You can put it into the pool, and then you get a token back, or tokens. I don't really know. And then from there, you can exchange those tokens for ETH or whatever, and it just kind of fluctuates. I know, like with the liquidity pools, it fluctuates. Like how many, like for that example, well, let's just use bulls. So how many bulls are in the liquidity pool versus how much ETH is in the liquidity pool? That'll fluctuate, like how much you get whenever you like exchange your token for ETH or vice versa. Yeah, like I said, it's still kind of gray as far as like how that all works, but I did find some good write-ups on it. It's just a little too over my head right now to like explain. So I will put some stuff that you guys can look into in the description if you're really curious about the liquidity pool part of it. But then they're also going to be adding another 10 ETH to the wallet. So after that, I think if I did my math correctly, there's going to be 30 ETH in the wallet, and then at 100%, they're going to add another 20, which puts us to 50. I can do math, and that's a good chunk of ETH that we get to share as a community, and not share, I guess, but use as a community and vote and determine what we're going to do with that. And there's a lot of different things that we could do with it. So it'll be exciting to see what that is. So, and like I said, this is one of the biggest reasons that I'm excited about it, is that this is already set up and structured so that there is going to be a wallet that we get to vote on, and we get to determine what we're going to do with that money, and how we're going to invest it, and how we're going to, ideally grow that to even more, and then we can continue to invest and give back to the community. And I think it'd be cool to like have a community party that is funded by that and stuff like that. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think we could use the ETH in the wallet for. I'm curious to see what everyone's thinking about that. Yeah, but and then the owners or the founders are also gonna get bulls tatted on them. So that's cool, because I don't know if I mentioned it, but Rui, the artist, he is also a tattoo artist, and I am all about that because I love his art, and I've been looking for an artist, so I might be contacting him soon. So yeah. But that's kind of like the utility feature behind it, and obviously like the community aspect in itself is utility in my opinion, which is kind of why community and utility are the two big determining factors for me. And then art, I shouldn't say comes last, because okay, so this is my opinion. If you're gonna invest in something like this, like a project like this, I think you should like the art, because there is a chance that when you invest in something like this, it goes to zero, and you don't want to be out all that money with like nothing to show for it. So at least like with this project, for me at least, like I think it would be cool to have some of these up on my wall, just displayed around the house or whatever, because they are cool pieces of art. And yeah, that's my 2 cents on investing in NFTs and stuff. But like, if you're gonna buy something, even if you do think that there's gonna be a good flip potential, you should also like the art itself, because it might just end up being hung on your wall and you'll have nothing to show for it but that. But I don't think that's going to be the case with this project, because of the other built-in utility, which is that wallet. So yeah, I think this is going to be a super cool project. Let me know, like I said, in the comments if you have any like questions on this that I can go dive deeper into. I could do another episode on that. I'll probably talk about it on one of the daily podcasts if people are really asking questions. But I could also, I also really like writing, so I'll probably sit down and write like a more in-depth overview of this project, and just so that you can, like I said, see all the facts laid out there. Obviously, it's my opinion, but I'll try and be as transparent as I can with everything that I'm putting out there. Like right now, I'll be honest, I am planning on investing in this. Like, I am super excited about it. If I could, ideally, I would like to put, I would like to get at least 20. So we'll see how the cards play out for that. But that's another thing I guess we could hit on real quick, since I'm talking about that. So to get these, they haven't announced a drop yet. So the drop is still TBD, but they are shooting for sure the end of June, but it could be earlier than that. So if you're watching this right now, and it's still June, and you went to the site and there isn't somewhere on the site, where I'm assuming it'll be somewhere up here, I would assume right here would be a good spot for a button that'll bring you to either the page or scroll you to the spot where you can buy your bulls. So yeah, if you're watching this in June and it's not there, it probably hasn't dropped yet. And if you're in the Discord, you for sure will know. So make sure to get in that Discord. Make sure to get in the Discord. That's honestly probably the best way to find out about drops and stuff. But obviously, I think they're going to be tweeting about it a lot. But I think Discord is the place to be. So, what was I saying? Yeah. So the drop is TBD still, but they are priced at 0.08 ETH plus gas. So if you don't know what gas is, it fluctuates. It's just a fee. Basically, it's like paying the people, the people that own the computers and everything that are like processing everything that is happening on the Ethereum network. It's like a fee that goes to them for like doing that and providing their energy to do that. So that's what gas is. So it'll be a little bit more than 0.08, but hopefully it isn't too much of a gas war and gas doesn't spike up at that time. But you can always just check it as like when you're ready to purchase, just search for Ethereum gas or whatever in Etherscan or something. Etherscan's a good one. That's the one that I usually check. We'll tell you what the gas is looking like and give you a general idea of how much it's going to cost. So with my experience, I've seen everything as low as like I think 4 and 5 was like super low. But like one of my most recent purchases, it was like at 8. But then I've also bought something when it was like 34. GWEI, and 34 was a hefty chunk of change versus 8, as far as like a fee goes. But I mean, if you really want what you're getting, you're gonna pay that gas either way. So that's another thing that I'll dive into on another podcast. But yeah, so it's gonna be drop to be determined, price 0.08, and they are limiting per transaction 20. So you could get multiple, you could do run multiple transactions, but you have to pay gas fees for each of the multiple transactions, and you can only do 20 at a time if you're going to be getting more than 20. Yeah, and that's I don't know if that's standard, but that's like what I've seen is a lot of drops are like that, where they limit just because they don't want whales to swoop in and just buy it all out and then flip it and make people pay more. Like it's a good idea, I think, to limit it, and at least slow down the whales from getting it and all the apes that are going to jump in. So yeah, so TBD on the drop, 0.08 plus gas for the price. You're going to need MetaMask is what I would recommend, or a different wallet if you're using a different wallet to purchase, and then you just there will be a button somewhere on here, and then you just connect your wallet to the site, and then you click the button to buy, and you can change how many you want, and then buy and agree to the contract with the pop-up with the MetaMask. I'm sure you've all done it before, but if you haven't, it's probably another reason you're watching this, and I will do a tutorial on that eventually. But there is a really good article. Gary Vee, I'm a big Gary Vee fan. Gary Vee has a good article that I will also drop in the description. Let me make a note of that because I don't have it right now. But yeah, so I'll also drop that in the description. That just walks you through how to basically, it kind of like outlines different styles or types of wallets. There's hard wallets, soft wallets, and it also does a really good job of explaining how to set up your MetaMask and get it to be able to work. So Gary Vee, how to MetaMask, boom. So we'll get that in the description too. And yeah, that is literally all I have for you guys. Thanks for sticking with me to the end if you're still listening. This is my first podcast ever, and I plan to do a shit ton more, but obviously I'm just getting things figured out if you haven't figured that out for yourself by now. But I do appreciate you being here and just kind of, like I said, watching me stumble through this stuff and figure it out for myself. And hopefully, as I'm figuring it out for myself, you can take some tips and tricks and things that I'm learning and apply it to your own endeavors. And as always, this is never going to be financial advice. It's just something that you can watch and learn a little bit from, but obviously do your own research, and don't invest in anything that you can't afford to lose. That is the golden rule. Never invest in anything you can't afford to lose, because there's no guarantee. Like I said, like this project's super exciting to me. Like I really like everything about it, but that doesn't mean that it couldn't work. It could go to zero, or you could get in and it was a good investment, and then all of a sudden shit hits the fan and these guys, I don't know, pull the rug and go fucking take all the money and run. Like there isn't like any rules right now. I mean, it's obviously a fairly safe investment in my opinion as far as that goes, because like it's all on the blockchain and the blockchain can't be manipulated or anything, so it's going to be what it is going forward. But that being said, that doesn't mean that whoever's running the project, I don't want to put these guys on the spot because I don't think they're going to do this, but whoever's running a project isn't going to just either get sick of it or just quit or have something come up where they can't invest their time into it anymore, and then it just kind of stagnates and doesn't go anywhere, and then everything loses value. And maybe you were holding on to some that you were planning on flipping, but you wanted to hold them until they got worth a little bit more, but all of a sudden that happened and no one wants to buy them anymore. And then there you are. You're at the scenario that I was talking about, where I hope you invest in something that you like the looks of, because that's all it's going to be. If it goes to zero, is something to look at. So yeah, again, drop questions, comments, anything below. Let me know how the mic's picking up on my audio. I'm assuming, because I can hear whenever I'm moving the mouse around and clicking around, so I hope whenever I get the boom arm that goes away. My chair's a little squeaky. I don't know if there's anything we can really do about that, so hopefully the audio quality is pretty good. Obviously it's not going to be perfect, but I guess I can get it back to just me so that you're not just staring at at this stupid, not stupid, I think their website's beautiful, but just staring at this screen with me just small down in the corner. I hate when people do that, because then I like to see who's talking to me, so that's why I include my image down there in the corner. But anyways, that's another tangent. You're going to find out that I go on tangents, and hopefully you're okay with that. If you're not, get the fuck out of here, because it's gonna happen. So either just deal with it or tell me, and I'll try not to do as much of it, but it's probably gonna happen. So yeah, that is all I got for you today. Again, grateful that you tuned into this. Hopefully you got some good tips on what's going on with this project, and like I said, and I'll say it over and over again, do your own research on it. Get into the Discord channel, which I'll link down below, and just keep your eyes on everything that's going on. Get a feel for the community. Make sure it's a community that you're going to want to be a part of, because like I said, that's going to be a big part of it. You're gonna have to enjoy interacting with this community, and also like with this wallet situation, like the feel of the community is probably the direction that the wallet is going to be used for. If most people seem like they're heavy NFT investors, people are probably going to be pushing to get other NFTs and try and make some more money for the wallet that way. But who knows? I mean, everything can change. It's all going to be voted on, so that's cool. So I'm gonna let you guys go. But like I said, I appreciate you being here, tuning into episode 1. leave comments below, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And I will see you. I say a lot. I will see you on the next